Hey everybody, I'm Nathaniel Dodson from tutvid.com, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the J cut and the L cut in Adobe Premiere Pro, how you can get them, a couple little tips and tricks on working with these two, I guess you could call them editing techniques in Premiere Pro. It's really, how do I describe this? It's an effect that really tends to add a level of professionalism to your work. It's something that's noticeable for other video editors, but I don't know, it just makes your films and your documentaries and just everything feel so much more right. If you enjoy this video tutorial, we'll make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss another video in the future. We got video editing and Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro. Try to get them out every week, really. But for this one, J and L cuts, I think you're really going to enjoy it. Let's jump into Premiere Pro right here, right now, and check this thing out. All right, here we are in Adobe Premiere Pro. I want to show you this here. So the idea is, let's say this is some documentary. We have this opening scene of the city with just sort of the city sounds happening behind it. And we want to go from this scene, and maybe we could have a title that would appear on this scene, but we want to jump from this scene to this basketball game being played. So I have that clip down here, this basketball game clip. I'm going to select that clip in my project bin. I'm going to move my playhead out here over my timeline, just beyond the intro clip. And with that clip selected in the project bin, I'm going to hit the comma key. It's going to insert the clip in my timeline right there where the playhead is, right? So here with this, it's this basketball clip. And this clip has this amazing sound of the basketball game, the sneakers squeaking on the court and the ball being dribbled. And instead of doing some kind of fancy fade from the intro to this clip, I want to introduce the clip by introducing the audio first. So here's how I do that. Well, let's first off select a little bit of space here between these two clips, right-click on it, and just choose to ripple delete it. It's just going to make sure those clips are butted right together. Now, a J clip introduces the audio of the sort of the next clip before the visuals show up. So we're going to introduce this clip by still showing this shot of the city here, but the audio from the basketball court is going to come in first. So what we have to do is be able to select the audio track and stretch it, let's say about 2 seconds. So I believe this intro clip is about 7 seconds long. Yeah, you can see 7 seconds. So let's set our timer here. Let's go to 5 seconds. Exactly. So we need to stretch our audio back to the 5-second mark. Now, this is this entire clip. So what we have to do is, there's no audio, basically what I'm saying. There's no way to stretch that audio backward to the 5-second mark. So we need to take the whole clip and just overlay it. Now, obviously, when we do this, when we go from the city scene, we're just going to jump right to the basketball scene, and the city scene is no longer going to be there. So what we need to do is use the rolling edit tool. So we're going to come over here. The rolling edit tool is right here. Note the hotkey, the letter N. And all we want to do is roll edit the visuals. So I'm going to hit my plus key, and I'm going to zoom in a couple times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my playhead over to the 7-second mark. Right there we go, at exactly 7 seconds. All you need to do is hold on your Alt or Option key and just select that video track, roll that clip over. So now what's going to happen if I zoom out, we begin playing over this, just listen to this effect. The audio for the scene was introduced before the visuals of the scene happened. Now, in order to kind of smooth that transition a little, we can go over to Effects, go to Audio Transitions Crossfade, and drag a Constant Power Crossfade, and just make sure the audio fades together a little bit better. You want it to be a relatively quick fade. You don't want it to be something that hangs on forever, but let's check it out one more time. You just get a nice smooth transition, and the audio, as you can see, comes in before the visual. And, you know, if you play a lot of Jenga, it sort of, I guess, looks like a J, right? Because it kind of moves like that. Now, let's talk about the L cut. So the L cut, basically, the visuals get cut off, and the audio continues underneath a new frame. So that sort of makes the letter L, right? I have over here this little outro piece of something. I'm going to drag it back over, get it closer to our video here. Just going to drag it. And the idea is going to be we want our, I'm going to undo that. We want our, let's select both of them here. I probably should have linked them together. We want the this ending screen, this heart ball ending screen, to show up maybe 2 seconds before the actual basketball audio stops. So So first and foremost, I'm going to zoom in here so we can get a closer look at this. I think I'm going to shorten the ending screen, make it begin right when sort of I've got this sort of retro hip-hop beat happening. So that's all going to happen together. So we're just going to drag the ending screen just like that so it butts up against the end of the video. And maybe we want about 2 seconds of overlap. Now, because this is just a still image, it can be stretched as long or short as we want. So in this case, we can take our rolling edit tool, hold down Alt or Option, and by the way, you don't even need to select the rolling edit tool. You can just hold down your Command or Control key. You see we get that yellow arrow? Well, if you move directly over the split in the clip, you're going to get the rolling edit tool. So I'm still holding down my Command or Control key, and now just add the Alt or Option key, and we can drag this back, and we're going to roll that cut. But what I want to do is I want to make sure it's about 2 seconds. So I'm at about 21:07, so we'll go back to like 19:07 or so. All right, so I'm holding down Command Option. That'd be Control Alt on the PC. Let's just roll that right back, and there we go. Now what we're going to get here, if I check it out, is the basketball scene is going to end, but the sound of the basketball game will continue underneath our sort of ending credit. Now, the only problem is this music probably should begin coming in a little bit earlier, and we should take one of our constant gain audio transitions here and apply it to the end of our basketball game. Again, we'll shorten it just a little bit. But you can see here, we have this cut, and it makes sort of, again, the letter L. And let's just play through it one time and see what it sounds like. So you can see 2 very effective little ways to introduce or kind of get out of a particular shot or a scene you're working with. The J cut, the L cut, they are so incredibly effective for so many different applications. But now that you know what they are, as you begin watching other documentaries or films, you will see this technique used an awful lot because it is a great little trick to have in your tool bin. It just adds depth and professionalism and just, I don't know, atmosphere. It does something to a film. It's a really, really cool way to introduce new scenes and new shots, and then to exit a scene or a shot and move to a new either location or in our case, an ending credit frame. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial for the J cut and the L cut here in Adobe Premiere Pro. Guys, that's it. Get it? Got it? Good. Nathaniel Dodson, tutvid.com. I'll catch you in the next one.
And before you go, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more great tutorials every day. Also, buy my course. It helps us do what we do, and this channel is supported by viewers just like you. You can also just click the thumbnail and watch another video from this channel. See you next time, guys.